Finding your fire. Midlife motivation when you just can't be arsed. Okay, so I woke up this morning and I literally had to drag myself out of bed. I'm at this lovely place here and I was like, I just want to lay here and enjoy it. But my alarm went off and I just knew I had to get my workout done. I was going to go live with my ladies and, I was like, just get up, just do it. Please tell me I'm not the only person that has this like little internal argument first thing in the morning about just getting up and getting on. But this is actually what prompted me to talk to you and write this blog and video this, because I get this one question all the time on social media more than anything else. And everyone says, it's like, Cara, how do you stay motivated? Now, let's be honest about something. Midlife motivation, it's the midlife motivation slump is real. It is like one day you're charging through life and the next day you're wondering where the hell your energy's gone. I don't know, is it your hormones, is it responsibilities, extra like responsibilities that you have? Or, what is it? It's just the weight of the world on your shoulders, or everybody else's weight on your shoulders. Now, the thing is, I want you to stop waiting for motivation because it's not coming. Okay, I just want to share something that I learned the really hard way, like really, really, really hard way for myself. Motivation, it is not this magical unicorn that suddenly appears while you're in your pajamas watching Netflix. It is more like a muscle that needs regular use or it turns into absolute mush. Now, here's the truth that changed everything for me. It's about action. It comes first, then motivation, it then follows. It's not the other way around. I did spend a lot of years waiting to feel motivated before doing anything. It was such a waste of precious time. I want you to just put your workout clothes on. You've got to roll out your mat or perhaps step outside for a 5-minute walk. The motivation, it will catch up with you. I promise you. Now, last week, there was a day when I felt completely rubbish, but I forced myself to just start. I had to do my 15-minute workout. And after it, I was absolutely on a high and I was wondering why I'd made such a fuss in my head about it. And on days like that, it's the same pattern every single time. Every time I just do it, I feel so much better after. So there's something you need to also think about is finding your non-negotiables. I find this really helps me. We're all really busy women with a million things to juggle, or perhaps, it's not just your own things, it's everybody else's things you're trying to juggle. But here's the truth. If you don't put yourself on your priority list at the top, no one else is going to do that for you. You need to establish what your non-negotiables are. Those are the things that you can commit to doing no matter what chaos is like unfolding around you. Now, for me, it's a 15-minute workout in the morning on my weekdays. Drinking my water throughout the day is really important to me. My bladder doesn't always like it, but my skin does. I try to get to bed by 10:30 most nights, and also moving after dinner, even if it's just like tidying up the kitchen. Now, none of these are massive, massive commitments, but they're the foundation that keep me from completely losing the plot, when everything else feels like it's going crazy around me or around you. These are the small anchors that do actually ground me. So it's find what your non-negotiables are. They don't have to be a lot, just find a few. Other thing I would say is stop overthinking everything. Says me, the worst overthinker. I mean, I lie awake sometimes at night thinking about all the things I have to do the next day, and because I am the queen of overthinking, I can spend so much time just analysing, trying to plan, worrying about what might never actually happen. I don't, it's just the way I am. I'm very good at giving out advice, and it also gets worse in midlife, and we might feel more cautious than we once did as well. So yeah, try not to overthink. Also, remember, imperfection. Imperfection, it doesn't, I can't even talk. Imperfection action beats perfection inaction every single time. That's what I was trying to say. So stop writing down, well, not stop writing down the pros and cons list, but put it down. Just get up and move your body. Even if it's not the perfect routine, you need to do that, okay? Now, also, I want you to schedule in your calendar as if for yourself, as if you're a very important person, because you are. You know, you wouldn't miss a doctor's appointment or something with work, or say if your grandkids had something at their school that you wanted to go to. So why is it so easy to cancel on yourself? Now, this is what really works for me and for a lot of the ladies that I work with. I always say schedule in your movement, schedule in your meal prep, or schedule your meditation. Whatever it is that is going to nurture your well-being, I want you to put it in to your calendar like it's a really, really important meeting. Like, block that time, set a reminder, and show up for yourself. No excuses. Stop overthinking. No last-minute cancellations because something more important came up. You are the most important appointment of your day. Now, Harry, my husband, knows that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings are my non-negotiable live workout times. So he can deal with whatever domestic crisis arises. Postman knocking on the door. And he just manages. He tends to manage most of the time. So yeah, have that time, that non-negotiable time for you. Now, the next thing I want to say to you is about finding your deep why, your why. It's not about just fitting into your jeans, or I want to lose a little bit of weight, or I want to look better in my clothes. Those things, they might get you started, but those are just surface level motivations, and they rarely keep you going on the days when you're having a bit of a wobble. I want you to dig deeper, much deeper. Now, my real why changed when I completely hit 45. It used to be about how I looked. Now it's about how I feel and what I can do. You know, maybe your real why could be you want to have more energy to chase your grandkids around, or you want to live a long, happy, independent life. For me, it's like my granddad. That's what I want. That's my why. I want to be... I think these things, I shouldn't say them anyway. I want to be strong enough to wipe my own bum when I'm 80. We got to be real. Can you imagine that if you can't do that? How, you know, we want to be able to do those things. Or I want to feel at home in my changing body instead of at war with it. Let me think. I can't talk today. You want to make sure that you are putting out a good version of yourself for your daughter, so she doesn't see you hating on yourself, okay? Find your motivation and what is going to carry you through. It's not just about wanting to look hot in your bikini anymore like it used to be. Or maybe it is a little bit. Okay, let's talk about self-care. Now, I want to say a little bit louder. Self-care is not selfish. It is not selfish, okay? You are the glue that holds so much of everything together. Your family, your work, your community, they all benefit from your strength and your energy. But you can't pour from an empty cup. You know that. Every time you prioritize your well-being, you're actually saying yes to being there for everyone else in a more sustainable way. You're saying yes to being present, energetic, and not a complete and utter grumpy cow because you're exhausted and resentful. I'm talking about myself right now, okay? I learned this lesson after my complete burnout. I'm being serious now. My complete burnout about 3 years ago. I was everyone's everything and ended up being nothing to myself. Now, never again. Not doing that again. Now, something also I want you to think about is your self-hatred soundtrack. Here's something I wish someone had told me years ago. Now, the path to any goal worth achieving is never a straight line. It's more like a drunken walk home after a night out with the girls. We've all been. We know, you know. You're going to have days when you don't feel like moving. Or for me, it's like the jammy dodgy biscuits that I love. They call louder than the nourishing food that I know I should be eating. Or when the sofa wins over the workout. That's okay. It doesn't mean you failed or that you should give up. It just means you're human. Last week, I missed a workout and I ate toast for dinner. I was absolutely knackered. I was so tired. Now, the old me would have spiraled into, I've ruined everything, you know, I've ruined everything mode. But I just got back on with it the next day, you know? It's just what you have to do. Just crack back on the next day. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't, it's not about perfection. It's not perfection. It's persistence. It's consistency. It's getting back up after you stumble without beating yourself up. Speak to yourself as you would to your closest, dearest friend, with compassion, encouragement, and without that mean girl commentary. Your fire is yours to tend. No one else is going to do it for you. So remember this. You are worthy of burning bright. Not because of what you do for others, but simply because you exist. Your midlife journey isn't about dimming your light or stepping into the background. It's about finding your authentic fire. The one that might burn differently than it did in your 20s and 30s, but can burn bright even more meaningfully now. You have wisdom. You have experience. The perspective to know what actually matters. The zero tolerance for all the time-wasting BS. These are the premium fuels for your fire. So I want you to tend your flame with care, protect it from the winds of self-doubt and the rain of others' expectations. And most importantly, let it warm you first before you worry about lighting up the room for everyone else. You are the light that deserves to burn bright. And I'm right here beside you, tending my own. Sometimes it's a little bit sputtering all over the place, but it's cheering you on as you nurture yours now. Now, what small step are you going to take today to fuel your fire? I want you to drop it in the comments. Let me know or message me, because I genuinely want to know. And if you are struggling to find that first step, that's what our Midlife Mayhem community here is for. Now, I'm going to go. I'm going to have my walk. Sorry about the loud noise of the car. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm supposed to pretend it's nice and serene here. There's cars whizzing past. I'm going to go and have my walk now. And I'm going to go and tend to my fire as I want you to tend to yours. And I'll see you in the next vlog.